The Fargo Five. I'm Conrad Fargo. We've got Mike Hennebree from Town & Country Mortgages, as well as The Shrine and all kinds of other stuff. He's a busy guy. Thank you for joining us. We've got stuff going on this weekend. Lots of fun stuff.
Following weekend.
The following weekend. Okay.
Well, there's a fun thing going on this weekend, too. It's called the Super Bowl. Yeah. It's not the game everybody wanted, but it's still a Super Bowl. There's still commercials and, you know.
When's the Wild Game feed?
That is Saturday, February 15th.
Oh.
And that will start with a social at 4 p.m., and then the food will begin to be served at 5. We have stationary raffles, which are the ones that you can kind of walk up and buy tickets for. And then throughout the evening, we'll have live ones where we'll have people going out selling raffle tickets for games of chance. We have a lot of great prizes.
So wild game, I mean, so it's mostly just roadkill, like things that people found outside, or what should we expect?
It is about anything that we can get our hands on. There's usually...
Including roadkill? No.
We're not going to go that far. But you're going to have venison, elk, moose, bison...
Now, venison you can't buy. So I don't have the time or the attention span. I'm just too busy and too ADHD. I can't go hunting. I'm sorry, I can't do it. But I can't go buy venison either. So I have to find somebody to donate it to me because you're not legally allowed to buy it. How do you guys come by it?
We have different members that donate portions of their wild game that they get over We've had somebody donate bear. We've had alligator. We've got sockeye salmon. So
there's not like a supplier. This really is. It's almost like a potluck, like a hunter's potluck.
It's a very, very, very good hunter's potluck.
Yeah.
This is not your typical wild game feed.
Okay.
So if you've been to different banquets and things like that, you walk up and there's 10 roasters sitting there and they've been boiling the meatballs for the last 4 hours and the sausage is all dried out. This is all hot, fresh. This has been prepared with care. Most people, individual recipes are actually prepared by one individual. So they do put their own little love and care into that dish. The wontons, enchiladas, chili.
This is all going on up at the Shrine.
All at the Shrine.
The Shrine is an amazing... I used to go there every Tuesday for business and beers back when that was going on. I even ran it for a while. Got too busy. But it was... I think that is a gem of a place. That's in North Fargo. It's in a residential neighborhood, which I kind of feel envious / sorry for the people who live there. It's a great little bar.
Yeah, it's 1429 3rd Street North.
Uh-huh.
And it is open to the public.
It is.
A lot of people don't realize that.
And a lot of people think it's a boys' club. Any boys or girls, anybody, you go there with your wife.
To be a Shriner, you have to be.
Yeah, but you could be on the auxiliary. Your wife is the auxiliary, isn't she? So there's a lot for people of all.
We couldn't do half of what we do without our ladies.
Yeah.
They are a very, very key component.
Yeah.
One maybe with helping us actually do things, but just from the support factor of letting us do things.
Absolutely.
So
letting us. Are they all pretty much wives of Shriners? Like, is that kind of the...
We have wives of Shriners. We have girlfriends. We have...
daughters.
The widows are still around. Yeah, my daughters are actively involved.
Sure.
They'll all be running around selling raffle tickets Saturday night.
But not a lot of random walk-ins off the street.
Well, we do on Tuesdays. So you're talking about that business and beers.
Well, no, I'm talking about females joining the Shriners.
There's always a connection.
Yeah, almost every time in that auxiliary group. But the Shrine itself, you don't have to be a Shriner to go to the Shriners Club. And they've got decent prices. It's very chill attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very low pretension. Very relaxed. One of my favorite places.
Well, we've just remodeled the bar. I think that was 6 years ago.
Oh,
so you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Okay.
I mean, it went from a very old.
That's the remodeled one. That's the remodeled one.
That's the new one.
I love it. No, I love it. It's low key.
Mm-hmm.
It's very low key. I love the place. I miss it. it's tough to drive all the way up north for a few beers and then drive all the way back down. Like once you've had 4 beers, I don't really want to drive across town.
Well, and we get a lot of local traffic from up north. Our Tuesday Burgers, of course, brings in a lot of locals.
Absolutely.
I remember when we used to do Saturday Burgers. That used to be the big thing. Saturday morning burgers.
Yeah.
And I think every postal carrier in the entire North Fargo came there for lunch. So there's been a lot of different changes to the temple in the last, say, 10 years, but all of them really for the better.
Absolutely. So this wild game feed, so it's at the shrine. They got excellent parking. Don't back up onto that one side. You're not allowed to back up to that one side. I don't know what's about with that sign. There's a big so like on the parking lot, because it's next to residential, and it would have to be the northern side of the parking lot. There's this big sign that says, "Don't back up."
Well,
here.
and what's funny about that is if you pull up there, you'll see every pickup backed up to that fence. I've never seen anybody pull in straight there yet.
I think it's called the Streisand effect.
Well,
where you complain about something and then you end up.
It's one of those deals where the condo association that's right to the north of us owns that fence.
Uh-huh.
And before backup cameras, the guys were backing into the fence with their trailer hitches. They weren't taking their hitches off their truck. So they were busting the boards. So they fixed up the fence, painted it all up, and put the signs on it. And surprisingly, like I said, I haven't seen anybody pull in other than backing in, and not one of those boards has been broken since.
Okay, so the sign's doing its job.
Sign's doing its job.
Okay, so there's plenty of parking. I love the shrine. Gosh, I love the shrine. You walk in, you walk into the shrine. It's got that double doors, and then immediately you're in that lobby spot where it's got the fezzes, and doesn't it have like a stuffed bear or something in there?
We have Fezzy sitting on the couch. Yeah,
it's an amazing. Like, again, just the vibes. It's so good old boys, and like you can't get that. You go anywhere else, it's just not. Just boom, it hits you. No?
Yeah, when you walk into the lobby, you'll feel like you walked into the 1960s or 70s. It's still there's so much tradition in the way that lobby looks, and then the things that are on the walls, things that are all tied into the tradition and everything that goes along with being a Shriner. So we haven't done a whole lot with the lobby, but then as you walk into the actual ballroom,
yes, because it's split out.
Now you'll see new flooring.
Yeah.
We have a
since when did you get new flooring?
We did the flooring in 2023.
Oh, okay.
And then we did new partitions in between the Arabian room, which is the bar, and the ballroom in 2024.
Oh, okay.
So this kind of all ties into the Wild Game Feed.
Yeah.
So the Wild Game Feed is a temple-wide fundraiser, which means all the units, clubs, anybody that's involved in the shrine is involved in the Wild Game Feed. And it is a temple-wide fundraiser for buildings and grounds. That building has been around a long time. The boilers have been replaced recently. We're doing new cooler, new freezer. Those things were on their last leg.
Yeah.
They're being replaced right after the Wild Game Feed finishes up. We're just chipping away at it.
That'll make Russ happy.
Yeah. It might chip into the stock of Fargo Refrigeration a little bit, but hopefully we won't have to call for their services as much. But like I said, the bar, I don't know, 6 years ago or so, which was a definite upgrade. Coolers, it's just so much easier for the staff and everybody to get waited on.
It's a great space. Yeah. It's a great space. I mean, so that lobby's kind of small. The Arabian room, as you called it, is kind of this strip of a bar that's along the side. And then you got this big old ballroom, and that's where most of your events take place when you throw something like that. So you're going to have just like tables, like fold-out plastic tables with all the food on them, or how's that? And then it's eat all you can eat, or how is it?
It is all you can eat, and hopefully we run out. We never have in the past, but we certainly would appreciate.
You're trying,
running out.
What's cost to get in per head?
$40 a ticket.
Okay.
There is 4 prizes that are included in the ticket.
Yeah.
$1,000 Shills gift card, $750, $500, and $250. So there's $2,250.
Yeah.
Just on the ticket, and then the other games that you can play on your leisure. Trying to think. Food is served downstairs. We do have some kind of lighter hors d'oeuvres that we serve
so the
upstairs.
the food won't be in. Okay, it's going to be hors d'oeuvres in the ballroom. I've never been downstairs.
We used to do the food upstairs. We've run out of space.
Oh,
this is where I'm going to tell you. If you're coming, come early. Get there for the 4:00 social. If you want to be upstairs, you better get there and get a table, because the place is packed.
It's going to be packed.
We have tables downstairs. We have tables upstairs. We have. We added a new deal here last year called the VIP tables. So it gives people an opportunity to actually buy a reserved table and 10 tickets. We did 8 of those last year. We did 11 of them this year. So that's something for future. I know one of our raffles, we're going to actually raffle off a VIP table for 2026's Wild Game Feed. So, yeah, it's
going to be jam-packed and full of meat.
It's a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of people there that you know. You'll meet some new people, I'm sure. If you've
Another great way to network.
Bring friends and family out, and yeah, it's a great night.
All right. Well, that is all the time for meat that we have. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Fargo Fresh. So don't go nowhere.